This is going to be good for you guys to know once you get out of school, and I'm talking about not just high school, college, and when you get ready to start your life as a working professional. Now, Kenneth Cole, no. Cole Haan, yes. Johnson and Murphy, yes. Alfani, no.
Alfani.
No.
No.
Moscoloni, absolutely.
You know, it kind of was a wake-up call for me that that there is this invisible this seemingly invisible group that works for us and keeps this building alive.
If I've missed them, they've been hiding in plain sight, Rashid. If you miss these people, look again, because there is there to borrow from Gertrude Stein. There is something in the metal and majesty of these people that you should know about. So that he's constantly telling me about folks who I have missed. Maybe I haven't seen them in class. I haven't had the pleasure, of seeing them. But he wants to make sure that, like you said, that these people are hiding in plain sight. Rediscover them, Rashid.
Well, I work closely with the school aides. We have school aides who obviously provide supervision in general areas throughout the building, like the commons, cafeteria, things like that. They also provide classroom supervision, so my office assigns the aides to individual classes. We also have aides who work in individual departments, like the English department, science department, helping with some of the clerical tasks, and in some cases even supporting students in their learning. We have a strong custodial staff. They start at 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm here generally at 6 a.m. in the morning with them, getting the building open and ready. And they're responsive throughout the entire day for any kind of needs, related to the building. And in addition, they have general maintenance responsibilities that they attend to on a regular basis. We have a cleaning crew at night that comes in as well. And that's a different group of people. Yeah. The security personnel aren't actually employed by the district. They are what's called subcontracted. So we hire a firm that specializes in security, and we pay the firm a fee, and they provide us with the security.
Well, I saw an ad that was in the Penny Saver for the company that I work for, which is Summit, and it just so happened that when I went in there, they said, we need people to work for Scarsdale High School. Well, first I came in, I was 2 hours late on my first day. I'm not gonna lie, I was 2 hours late. I was just really anxious because it's a different environment, it's a change. Because prior to this, I was working for like an apartment complex, which is much different than a high school. So I was just really anxious, and I was excited, and I was happy to be in a different environment and meet new people. But there was one kid that came in and he didn't have his ID, and the rules, of course, I think he may have been a junior. So he was kind of like hesitant about showing me his ID. He kind of cursed at me a little, but I say hello to him now. He says hello to me. So it turned, I guess that's how we met. That's how that's how we became hi and bye and how you doing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I think I've heard about, one or two kids that had a few choice words that said to some of the kitchen staff. But I think that was handled by the aides, and they might have got detention or something like that.
They were very, very respectful, very pleasant, very kind. I've dealt with students of the exact opposite nature, so coming here was quite a relief, actually. If you only work in one location, okay, you can't appreciate, what it would be like in a truly disrespectful atmosphere.
Definitely.
You know, and unfortunately, my colleagues have only worked in the Scarsdale School District. I come from the New Rochelle School District, and it's quite different. One that comes to mind didn't happen to me, thank goodness. A fight broke out in the high school. It was stopped. One of the combatants continued to try to struggle. The assistant principal came into the area. Security mentioned to him that this is not a wise thing to do, or you're going to get into serious trouble. An administrator is now on site. Okay, the administrator stepped into the situation. The student raised up a bunch of phlegm and spit on his tie. The administrator just looked at him, saw his job on the line, and decided to walk away.
I used to live pretty close to the high school, and I was having work done to my car, and I took the 40 bus, which I think a lot of Scarsdale students wouldn't even know is the bus that runs along White Plains and Post Road, from White Plains all the way down to, I think, Mount Vernon. And I took it, and this was last year, halfway through last year, and I got off at a stop right outside the high school, and I got off with about 5 people who work here at the high school. And I didn't know them, I didn't know where they were going to go, and we all got off the bus at the same time, and I felt very embarrassed when I walked into the high school with them. Cafeteria, they were all working in the cafeteria, and it kind of was a wake-up call for me that there is this this seemingly invisible group that works for us and keeps this building alive. I mean, here we are 2 days after a major snowstorm affected the Northeast, and yet, we kind of take it for granted that our roads and our sidewalks are cleared, and that we didn't. Our facilities, our lights are replaced when we need them replaced. Our desks are there in our room when we need them. Our hallways are cleared. Our garbage is, and I really think we owe them quite a debt of gratitude.
Miles is always up for a good conversation. He's a really nice guy. He always says hi to me in the hallway. He's cool to be around. Yeah.
I probably talk to Miles the most. He always comes up and talks to me at lunch around the school. He always stops by practice. He'll come by and we're shooting around, and he'll say here, come over here, and he'll feed us passes, and he'll shoot a rebound for us. And he's always giving me tips on my shot and stuff. He comes to almost all home games, and he sits in the crowd, and he's funny, and he's always helping us with our game and how we can get better. I think he's pretty respected at school. If he has someone to throw their lunch out or something, he'll do it. The person will do it because everybody likes Miles, and they have a lot of respect for him.
Well, I talk to Bianca the most. We just normally make small talk, and it's a very nice way to start the day, I think. She's very friendly and nice to everyone, and I think that's a good thing to have in our school.
This is one of the best jobs I ever had. So that was just my thing there. I was like, oh my God, everyone's so nice, and all the students are so good about showing me their ID. So I was just really happy. I love it. I love it. I think you guys are awesome. It really makes my days the students. I love everyone, but the students definitely make my day a lot. Worst thing would probably have to be me catching the bus on my way out. Having to go from this side of the building to Post Road. That's probably the worst thing. But besides that, there's nothing else I can really think of.
I left, I would miss the people that's here because we've been together for such a long time. Like I said, we're a small family here. Well, actually, I came from the island, so I never really expected to. I kind of fell into the cooking thing and just came here. A friend that I know hooked me up with a job, and I've been involved in this food service thing now from probably around 87 to current. So this is pretty much what I've been doing ever since I've been here.
my friend, Mr. Davis Charles, but I'm thinking in my head, Mr. Davis. He's a resource that is really hiding in plain sight. He's invaluable to me because I've learned to have an absolute organic respect for his judgment and for the way he lives his life. Mr. Davis is connected to a legacy of authenticity that is typically Scarsdale. It's depthful, it's complex, it has texture, and it's meaningful.
Do you feel like he's kind of like a diamond in the rough?
That's well done and well expressed. Because the rough isn't so much that chap. He's the diamond. I'm the rough.
Make the mic fly.
Absolutely.